Raise your hand if you have a comment. Yes, right here.
I am proud to say that I raised 2 sons with a great opportunity of having 6 brothers and no sisters, and grew up with boys. I think of children at birth, male or female, they are equal, and then society gets involved. I think trauma has so much to do with children and their life history later on. So I often wonder what's happened to people when they are so driven or have a chip on their shoulder, or why they're so adamant, and then being this influence when they could be a great influence on children, and yet it becomes a negative. And I know the dollar sign is the big deal. So that's my main thoughts.
Yeah.
I can tell you, Dr. Phil, I watch people get divorced for a living. Do you think I see any men in my office that say, she became too independent, Marilyn? I need to leave her because she's making too much damn money. Not one time has a man said that in my office. They get divorced because they lose connection, because people don't put an effort into making one another happy and stay connected, and it's both of them.
Robin, what do you think about this?
Yes, this has been very, very frustrating for me that so many people, especially men, are up there saying what women want, what women should do, the difference between men and women. There are no women that are just alike, want the same thing. There are no men that I know of that are just alike and want the same thing. I don't believe anyone, there's not any expert, maybe Philip, but I don't believe there are any experts that really truly know what attracts a woman, what kind of man attracts a woman, or what women really want, because we're all different. We're all different. We know what we want. And no one's gonna tell me what I want and why I want it. So there are no experts to tell any of us women, and women, raise your hand if you really think, or if there's ever been a man who can really describe what you want in your life and who you are inside. Raise your hand if there is a man. No, there's not a man or really a woman that can truly describe what a woman really wants for herself in her life, whether a man or just for herself for the rest of her life, and what makes her complete. There's no such thing.
And by the way, doesn't it change throughout life as well? Because you wanted different things when we first got married. We've been married for decades.
Yes, 46
And we're just getting
years.
started. I didn't mean to say that's a long time.
I know, no, we are just getting started. But let me tell you this, when I met Philip, yes, he was a big man. He's played football, he's always been very muscular. He filled up the room when I walked in the room. I did notice that. But you know what attracted me to him, what I fell in love with, was his tenderness, his kindness, the fact that he was so sweet and made me feel safe. And it never ended. He was so consistent. So it's something different for every woman. And then when we became parents, it was a job that we knew would last for the rest of our lives. And it was full-time every day. Every day we checked on our boys. Every night we went upstairs. We sat with them. We checked what they were doing. What were they reading? What were they looking at on the internet? Every day. And still, to this day, they're both married, they're grown, they have 2 children each, and we still parent them every day. We're still involved in their lives. So we were committed parents, we're committed to each other, and that's what makes us happy and successful.
And I can tell you, Robin is a very successful woman. She doesn't need me for a damn thing. She's entrepreneurial. She's what?
I want you.
Yeah, thank you.
So you're superfluous then.
What's that?
So you're superfluous then.
How does that make me superfluous?
You just said that she gets along fine without you.
How does that make me superfluous? Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.